Hello class 7, we have completed the first chapter in the two classes that I had done earlier. Matter and its composition we have completed. So therefore I want to discuss the exercises of the same chapter, matter and its composition. All the objective questions we will discuss today and you will do it. I'll post for the benefit of those who do not have the textbook. I will post the PDF file of all the objective questions. Please do it at home neatly in your laboratory notebook. Okay, you can use both sides of the page. So the first exercise that is on page number 5 would be is exercise A. Tick the most appropriate answers. So we will discuss all the objective questions, okay? And these objective questions will be followed by the notes that I'll give you. I'll provide you with the notes, a PDF file. I'll post it in the class 7 WhatsApp group. So you have to copy it down. So let us discuss now. Tick the most appropriate answer. The amount of matter contained in an object is known as its 4 options are given: shape, size, volume, and mass. So the amount of matter contained in an object is called the last one. The option is the last one, that is mass. The next question is the amount of space occupied by the matter is called and the options are shape, size, mass, and volume. And the answer is again the last option given to you, that is the volume. The smallest particle of matter is called, and the options are atom, molecule, element, and compound. So the smallest particle of a matter is called molecule. Okay? If it says clearly the smallest particle of an element, then we say it is atom. Okay? But if it is matter, then we call it molecule. Because what is a molecule? A molecule is a smallest particle of matter which is made up of 2 or more atoms combined together chemically. Okay, so the answer over here would be molecule. Question number 4. The intermolecular force is the strongest in. The options are solid, gases, liquids, and both B and C. The intermolecular force of attraction, as we talked about yesterday, I discussed it in the class, it is solids. Solids have the strongest intermolecular force of attraction. The question number 5, the molecular force is the weakest. The intermolecular force is weakest in. The options are solids, liquids, gases, and both B and C. The answer is weakest in gases because they are further apart. The molecules are far apart. That is why they have very weak intermolecular force of attraction. The intermolecular space, the last question over here, choose the correct option. The intermolecular space is the least in solids, liquids, gases. Obviously, it is the solids. So now we go to the exercise B. Go to exercise B, fill in the blanks. Question number 1 says, everything that occupies space and has mass is called. What could it be? I repeat again. Everything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. So matter is anything that has mass and occupy space. Question number 2. A dash is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist independently. It is the molecules. Atoms may or may not exist independently. Okay, so therefore over here it is the molecule. So molecule is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist independently. Question number 3. The dash of an element combine to form molecules, which is called the molecule of an element. It is called atoms. The atoms of an element, they combine to form molecules. We'll discuss about atoms and molecules later. In another chapter, we will discuss in detail. I'm going to tell you, provide you with the notes also, don't worry. So for now, remember that the atom of an element combine to give molecules. Next, the atoms of different elements combine to give a molecule which is called the molecule of a dash. Over here, the atoms of different elements. Atoms of the same elements will combine to form a molecule of an element, whereas the molecules of different elements will, the atoms of different elements combine to form molecule of a compound. So let me tell you a little bit what a compound is. A compound is a pure substance made up of two or more elements combined together chemically. So that is what compound is all about. So a molecule of a substance are held together by an dash force of attraction. It is by intermolecular force of attraction that we have already discussed yesterday in the class. Question number 6, the space between the molecules. Obviously, what is the space between the molecules? The space between the molecules is the intermolecular space. And the force of attraction between the molecules is called intermolecular force of attraction. So the answer, the space between the molecules of matter is known as dash. It is intermolecular space. Dash have the property of being able to flow. Now, fluids, usually anything that flow are called fluids. Fluids have the property of being able to flow. And then fluids could be either liquids or it could be gases. And the difference between liquids and gases is liquids flow from higher level to lower level, whereas gases, they flow in all directions. So anything that flow are called fluids. Fluids. Is it okay? Now we come to true and false. Okay, now we come to question C, true and false. Matter makes up all the materials around you. Very true. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. So matter makes up all the materials around you. Okay. So any material is a matter. Whether you can touch, whether you can feel, or whether you can smell. Okay. Matter. But as I told you, light, sound, shadows, they are not matter because it's not made of, they do not have mass and they do not occupy space, as we have already discussed in the first class. Question number 2, true and false. More the amount of matter in an object, less its mass. No, it is false. More the amount of matter, more will be the mass. Question number 3, air does not occupy space. Absolutely false. Why? Because air is a matter, so therefore it has mass and it will occupy space. Molecules are formed by the combination of atoms. Very true. As I told you, molecules are the smallest particle of matter made up of two or more atoms combined together. Question number 5. The state of matter depends upon the intermolecular force of attraction and the intermolecular space between the molecules. Obviously, it is very, very correct. So it is true. The state of matter, what are the 3 states of matter as we talked about in the last class? It is, they are solid, liquid and gas. So all the 3 states of matter depends upon, the existence of the 3 states of matter depends upon the intermolecular force of attraction and the intermolecular space. Very true. So question number 6, the last question for true and false. The intermolecular force of attraction is the strongest in gases. It is strongest false. It is strongest in solids. Okay. So now we come to the name the following now. The last portion, page number 8 in the textbook. Please don't worry. I'm going to tell you again that we are discussing the objective questions from the textbook at the end of the chapter, matter and its constituents. Matter and, let me be sure of the name of the chapter. The first chapter, matter and its composition. Okay. The last portion of objective questions, question number D, name the following. The amount or the quantity of matter contained in an object. What is it? It is the mass. Mass is the amount of matter in an object, or so therefore the answer would be mass. The amount of space occupied by matter, the answer is volume. The next question, the force of attraction between the molecules of a substance. Naturally, it is the intermolecular force of attraction. I repeat, the force of attraction between the molecules is called intermolecular force of attraction. And the last question, the space between the molecules of a substance, it is called intermolecular space. It is called intermolecular space. So with this, we come to the end of the discussion of the objective questions of the first chapter. I will post, again I'm going to tell you, I will for those who do not have the textbook, I will post the PDF file of all the objective questions in the, maybe on Friday we have a WhatsApp offline class, so I'll be posting it, the homework I'll be posting it in the WhatsApp group. Please do it neatly in your laboratory notebook, chemistry laboratory notebook. You can use both sides of the page. Please do it neatly. So thank you so much. We will discuss another chapter in the next class.